Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your free daily guide for inner child healing and repairing the relationship with yourself. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful binaural beats meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you can join us today on this journey of healing, self-expansion, and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. As a celebration of recently passing episode 500, I've opened up a free membership tier for our Patreon community. And this is so that you can access additional resources as well as join our weekly Zoom support calls for free. I understand that there's a lot going on in the world right now, and I know that so many people are really struggling. And so my hope with this is to encourage others to take up the serious work of reparenting and to offer a free community where people can do that. I'd also like to thank everyone who's been along for the journey so far. We've passed episode 550 and continuing beyond. And so this is just a reminder to you all that this is a free podcast, but if you'd like to support the project, you can purchase the Reparenting Daily Journal where you can follow us along all year. This 333-page journal gives you extra insight and resources for each week and also provides space for you to keep your notes. Another way to support the podcast is to purchase the Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, volumes 1 through 3. This collection organizes famous and obscure fairy tales from around the world into 3 phases of the hero's journey, from beginning, middle, to end. While you may think that fairy tales are for kids, I'd like to challenge you. These stories contain profound truths and lessons carried down over centuries that we can use in our own reparenting journeys. It's a fun way to reconnect with your inner child. Each volume comprises 10 fairy tales. Each volume also contains an analysis section that helps you dive deeper into the message, as well as journal prompts with space for you to keep your notes. Lastly, you can also support this podcast by taking a paid Patreon subscription, by purchasing some of the books that are available on Amazon, or by donating on Buy Me a Coffee. You can find all this information on the Support Us section on the website. Thank you again for your time. And so now with these announcements out of the way, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from the ACA Daily Meditation, Strengthening My Recovery. And the reading is entitled Triggers. Just as a reminder, we're in January, and the theme is self-awareness and self-reflection. We're in week 2, and the theme for this week is identifying emotional triggers. Triggers. We often cannot avoid triggers, but we can change the way we deal with them. Big Red Book, page 253. They really know how to push my buttons. How often have we said this to ourselves or heard others say it? The buttons are the repressed memories or resentments we have stored that have stored place in our mind and body that we never want to visit. So when someone says or does something that awakens those memories, the battle begins. It's as if these old memories and resentments are poised at the gate, waiting to get out, waiting for us to finally deal with them, and reminding us that until we do, they'll always be there. Unlike most other recovery programs, ACA encourages us to resurrect those memories and resentments and put them on the table in a safe and loving environment. In doing so, the miracle happens. They begin to loosen their power, and little by little, we find that we can, in fact, deal with them without feeling as helpless as we did when the actual events occurred. ACA is a safe space that allows for this to happen. Our fellow travelers have also been that scared 5-year-old, and they know how we feel. On this day, I know that taking away the power of old memories will also take away the power of triggers. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. Welcome back. Today's reading goes straight to the point. Triggers aren't random, and they're not about the present moment. They're stored, unfinished business, memories, emotions, and resentments that were never safe to feel when they happened in the first place. When someone pushes your buttons, they're not creating the reaction. They're activating something already wired into the nervous system. That's why triggers feel disproportionate, immediate, and overwhelming. The reading reframes triggers in a powerful way, not as enemies, but as messengers. Those old memories are waiting at the gate, not to torture you, but to be acknowledged and processed. Avoidance keeps them charged. Suppression keeps them armed. What actually weakens triggers is safe exposure, bringing the memory into a context where you are no longer powerless, alone, or shamed for feeling what you feel. ACA's approach is blunt and honest. Healing doesn't happen by bypassing the past, but by meeting it with support, witness, and compassion. When memories are spoken of instead of buried, their emotional voltage drops. You're no longer trapped child reliving the moment. You're the adult who survived it. The trigger loses authority when the story is finally told in safety. As we go into the journal prompts for today, number 1, what situations, words, or behaviors constantly trigger reaction that feel bigger than the present moment? Number 2, when a trigger fires, how do you feel? And what does that younger part of you believe is about to happen? And number 3, what would it look like to bring one trigger to a safe space, journaling, therapy, or a trusted group, instead of fighting it or avoiding it? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please find a place where you can be comfortable and undisturbed. Where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying, whatever makes you comfortable today. Listen to yourself. And next, be sure that you're taking some time to be with your breath, to connect with your body. Don't be disturbed by your thoughts. Allow them to pass and just observe. Do not engage. And use this time to connect with yourself, whatever time of day you're listening to this. Namaste.